So I believe it was yesterday on the show I mentioned, I tend to be into fairly popular things. I'm kind of basic, like my favorite bands are bands like Tool and The Beatles, 9 Inch Nails. I mean, I guess I do have some slightly more underground stuff in that list, like Acid Bath and such, but looking at video games, what are your favorite video games? Oh, pretty much the most popular games of all time. There's got to be some things that are extremely popular that I'm just not down with, right? There's just got to be. Well, it's a hot topic on Reddit this morning. Something popular that does not interest you at all. Let's see how basic I am. Let's see how many of these things I'm like, yeah, those are great. I hope not too many. I mean, there's a reason things are popular, right? Nothing wrong with the Beatles being one of your favorite bands. They're one of the greatest musical acts of all time. It cannot be denied. Whatever, Stuart. Whatever, bro. All right, top answer right now on Reddit. Conspicuous consumption of things like Stanley cups or Starbucks cups. Yeah, I don't get that. I would not pay very much money for a cup. I'm perfectly happy with a cheap plastic cup. The logo's all wore off from way too many times in the dishwasher. Yeah. Not going to see me battling on eBay for a certain color of a Stanley mug. That's a weird one. That was a weird one last year. Let's see, expensive designer anything. Yeah, I'm not really a fashion guy, so we can skip that. I'm doing good so far. I'm still an outsider. Celebrities. Something popular that does not interest you at all. I mean, I'm certainly not like some of the people out there, obsessive over personalities. Yeah. I mean, I'm entertained by them. I like movies. I like music. I like YouTube. But, yeah. Whatever they're doing in their spare time, I don't care. I think paparazzi's pretty weird. Now, they've got gambling on here. Is gambling? I guess it's popular. And yeah, doesn't interest me because I have no luck when it comes to gambling. I have luck in a lot of other ways. So I'll take that. Yeah, but I've thrown a few bucks into a machine here and there, and I always lose. So I have no desire to sit down and go, all right, let's spend 5 hours in a casino. Unless I'm just wandering around looking at people. That's entertaining. All right, well, let's see. Fake eyelashes? Well, I was really hoping to get some of those. I thought they'd make me look pretty. Are those something popular that, are divisive? I don't know. All right, what else do we have here? Doing makeup, skincare routine, hair while telling a story on camera. Well, back to those eyelashes. Trying to figure out some good YouTube content. And would that not be a hilarious video? I know you listeners would laugh. Some of you might get bothered. It would be disturbing. There was one Halloween show my band played where, I had a wig on and some makeup, and I looked hideous. Hideous! All right, everybody. Let me show you how I do my hair. That would be a pretty funny video, actually, because it would entail nothing. No effort whatsoever. Here I am. Look, I combed my hair without a comb. Chasing squirrels around the yard and barking at them once they run up a tree seems to be all the rage with my dog. My cats are into it too. Chasing squirrels, very popular. I'm more into chasing cats, apparently, for an entire weekend out in the freezing cold. Pickleball, I haven't played it. Lieutenant Crane invited me to play some pickleball one time, and it was getting a little bit late, for this guy. It's a funky work schedule when you're like, it's like 7 o'clock and I got a half-hour drive home. Sorry, guy that's older than me, I can't do pickleball tonight. Too late. 7 o'clock past my bedtime. Let's see, lip augmentation. Look at my luscious lips. I guess that's not my thing, but, if it's yours, fine. Any and all forms of reality TV. Okay, I do enjoy some trashy reality TV from time to time. Sometimes you need something mindless. Yeah? All right, we found one thing on the list, I guess, aside from the fake eyelashes that I'm down with. Golf. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Social media, much as I hate it, I guess I can't stop using it. Even if I lost this job, I'd keep using it. Because I'd have to do something to try to make some money. Like, please donate to my Patreon. Help me. I don't want to go, get a job working sales or whatever. All right. Well, I guess it's just when it comes to entertainment that I'm pretty basic. So, all right, I'm cool with that. Looks like Nintendo making a big announcement today. The Nintendo Switch 2 coming in 2025. They've got the first look trailer. I haven't watched this. I would assume since it's Nintendo, I don't have to worry about bad language or anything like that. But let's take a look at it together, even though you can't see what I'm looking at. I know I do need to get to live streaming the show and showing you what I'm looking at, but I don't know, not today. I forgot my camera at home. I got Peaches here. All right, I see a Nintendo Switch. Okay, they got the Joy-Cons popping off the side. Oh, the screen grew a tiny bit. So, oh geez, I gotta turn that down. All right, this is a very fancy CGI. What's the word I'm looking for here? CGI video showing the evolution of the previous Switch into the new one. I guess you'll be able to prop it up with the thing on the back if you want to set it on a table. All right, there's the Joy-Cons. They grew by a tiny bit. Yay. The controllers that everybody hates. The Joy-Cons, they're trash. All right, well, maybe they'll be a little bit better since they're a tiny bit bigger and they added a little bit of color to them. All right, cool, we get it. The Joy-Cons exist. They don't need to continue showing this. They're just a tiny bit bigger. All right, so far, we made the Switch a little bit bigger and added some colorful panels. Oh, if they just pop into the side, you don't have to slide them down the side. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2. What about, changes to the graphics capabilities, things like that? All right. They're showing Mario Kart on the, again, newer, just slightly bigger Switch. Okay, there's the dock that you put it in. Looks pretty similar to the other one. You can attach the Joy-Cons to the, little controller there so you can hold the Joy-Cons like a regular controller. All right, plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, and you can play your old games from the original Switch. All right, I mean, it is significantly bigger, I guess. Oh, coming out February 4th? Or is that just these series of hands-on events being held around the world? Probably. Okay. As is usual when it comes to Nintendo announcements. A little bit underwhelming. Yeah, like, is it going to be 4K? All right. Well, whatever. I mean, it looks better than the Switch because it's a little bit bigger. Okay, well. Glad I didn't wait and be like, oh, guys, this is a big deal. And do it, later on the show. All right, well, Nintendo fans, there you go. It's coming. Yay. Back in a minute. I'm so mad at myself. I had something very specific I was going to talk about when we kicked off this break, and I got sidetracked looking at some supposed post online where years ago somebody posted some information about Grand Theft Auto 6, and whoa, was this a real post? And I'm reading through it. Next thing I know, I go, what was I going to talk about? What was that, top quality break you were planning on doing for your listeners? Do your job, fool. I have no idea what it was. I hope I remember, because it seemed like a pretty decent topic, but I have no clue what it was. I see anything about GTA 6, I'm like, ooh, what do we got? Back to new speculation on when we're going to get more information on the game. Now, in years past, prior to the announce of a release date for Grand Theft Auto 6, or, any Rockstar game, is what I meant to say there. They tend to announce those right before they do their earnings call type thing, help raise that stock price. And that tends to happen toward the end of January or beginning of February. This was the case with their last 4 game releases, Red Dead 2, GTA 5, etc. So we're kind of entering right into that time frame where, they've said the game is dropping in 2025, looking like maybe fall. Hopefully, we'll at least get a release date sometime in the next couple weeks. Now, of course, what I want to see is a little bit of a gameplay trailer. Yeah, something really showing off the game. I mean, the first trailer was certainly mind-blowing to look at and so exciting as a GTA fanatic. But I want to see more. I want it in my hands. I want to play it. I really need to save up some PTO for later this year, and as soon as they drop that release date, get my PTO request in before anybody else. And I learned my lesson with Red Dead 2, because I took 1 day off. Not enough. Not near enough time to kick back and enjoy a brand new masterpiece of a Rockstar game. So this year, got to do at least 2 days. At least 2. And I don't have any kids living at my house that I got to worry about or anything like that. The cats, they're pretty content for the most part with me sitting there in front of the TV. I just got to throw Lucy toys here and there. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to do my best to try to remember whatever I was going to talk about, because I have no idea, not a clue, what I was going to discuss with you. And that's very annoying. Maybe I should go pound down some more caffeine. Why not? Why not, right? Might help me get some things done. We'll see. Still don't have any clue what I was going to talk about a few minutes ago. But my phone is definitely listening to my babble. I was just directed toward a website called morgansmemoirs.com. This is definitely the type of item that I would waste a bunch of money on. Morgan's Memoirs. This is a handmade replica of Arthur Morgan's journal from the Red Dead Redemption 2 game. But it's all sold out. Now you can get Ellie's journal from The Last of Us, $100. Jeez! Yeah, but see, I want Arthur Morgan's journal. Why don't they have that listed here? That was the ad that brought me to this website that has the word Morgan right in the URL. You go to shop all. All right, here's everything we got. There you go. Yeah, it looks cool. It's all leather bound. Just what I need. Something else to drop $100 on. I'm glad it's not available. Glad it isn't, because I don't got $100 to dump on something right now. All right? Need to find a side hustle. That's what this guy needs to do. I think we all could use more money so we could buy useless stuff like a handmade replica of Arthur Morgan's journal. Yeah. Well, The Last of Us, even though I love that game, I don't know. I don't think I need Ellie's journal. The replica looks pretty cool, but, $100? I bet that Arthur Morgan one, because it was a lot more intricate, again, with the leather-bound cover and the strap and things like that. Last night I was playing a little bit of The Last of Us Part 2, running through those games again. And the further I get into it, I just remember more and more why I was so blown away by that game the first time through. The manner in which they just tell that story is so crazy. It's so good. From like crushingly sad to these wholesome moments, then unexpected twists and turns. It's so good. I believe Season 2's coming in April, if I remember right. For those of you who haven't played the games, you want to watch the Max show, you can check out Season 1 right now. Just watched it with my daughter over the weekend again, and it was really good. I just can't wait to see what they do with Season 2. If they can capture some of the magic of that video game, I still don't understand, aside from just, uptight people, how anyone could question how amazing that game is. The Last of Us Part 2, it's so much better than the first one, And there are so many fans that just couldn't stand it, apparently. I'm like, how? I guess they're not into real storytelling or something. But anyway, I'm going to close this out. I don't want to end up getting manic and going, okay, I guess I do need to have a handmade replica of Ellie's journal. Books, I tell you. Unique books. They're almost a curse to me. I guess there are worse addictions to have, right? At least if all of a sudden, life really throws a curveball at me, I can sell books. They retain value, some of them. All right, anyway. I'm going to keep digging and trying to figure out what I was going to talk about earlier. It's making me crazy that I can't remember what it was. Welcome to the show, the Victor Wilt program. As I scroll for content, lots of negativity floating around. I found one place you could find something just kind of fun and cheery every day. EastIdahoNews.com. That's right, my friends down the hall. I was looking through the features on their website. They got a section called, "You have to see this!" It's got an exclamation point at the end. You have to see this. The most recent post, I'm glad I don't have young kids, because then they'd be wanting me to do this. This guy made a Hot Wheels track going all over the inside of his house, from inside to outside. Who has the time for this? Making me feel pretty lazy. I can't bring myself to pick up a guitar and play it. This guy, going all out to create a roller coaster track for his Hot Wheels cars and make his kids, days just way more exciting than I could possibly imagine if I had little ones around. All right, well, let's skip that. All right, couple gets married at Cheez-It Citrus Bowl with a Cheez-It mascot officiating. Well, brutal beef and liquid cheese themed wedding. That's romantic, right? Cheez-Its. I'm not a big Cheez-It guy. I don't know what it is. It's that particular texture and flavor. Just not my thing. How about a like Doritos mascot, huh? Come on. Well, at least it's fun and positive, right? There's another dad going all out for Christmas, creating a Polar Express train for his daughter and friends to ride in. Again, who are these parents? Overachievers? Oh, good for you. Now wait, you have to see this. Python found snuggled up in couch cushions? Okay, wait a minute. Didn't need any nightmare fuel to kick off a Thursday. Oh, and now I'm feeling shamed. Grandma completes 1,575 push-ups to set a world record for most push-ups in an hour. How many days would it take me to do 1,575 push-ups? It would take a long time. I really need to start exercising. It's a good idea. Younger people, Start while you're young. Gets a lot tougher when you're, an empty nester and you're like, all right, my time has come to sit back on this recliner and watch TV and play video games and feel no shame. Then I see this grandma do, 1,500 push-ups in an hour. Thanks a lot, Granny. From the pinnacle to the pit, Ghost on K-Bear. All right, come on, Ghost. Hook it up. Give us some new music. It's been a long time. No cover songs either. Let's hear something brand spanking new. That's what I want to hear. Speaking of new music, if you're looking for new tunes, Peaches got you hooked up weekday afternoons at 5 with It's So New. Yeah, new music every day right here on K-Bear. He recently played the new one from Architects, which I just got a call about while I was playing another newer track from the band, so I'll get that on the show later on. Phone lines are working again, so we're back to business as usual. If you need to get a hold of me, 208-535-1015, the number to call. Okay. What else is going on online here? Somebody asked the question, if somebody offered you $1,000 because you're ugly, what's the appropriate response? Thanks! Got any more money to throw away? Wouldn't it be nice if, you could just post a picture of yourself and get $1,000 because the internet did not like your appearance? I haven't shaved in a while, haven't cut my hair. I'm looking kind of rough. Any rich people out there, just looking for a, kind of rude way to dole out your cash? I'll sign right up. Look at my face. Look at this face. I could definitely take a pretty ugly picture of myself. I could do it. Well, people are responding, I'll still be ugly next week if you need me then. Yeah, sure. Get paid $1,000 a week just because you look a little funky. I was talking about a side hustle earlier. I've got to figure that one out. Need more dough. It's never easy, Never easy to make yourself an extra $1,000, is it? Okay, well, I'm currently working on digging up some freak news. So give me a few, we'll get to that. I'm sure there has to be some stupid news floating around out there. Hopefully something not relating to politics, because that's how it's been for like a year. All of the dumb news, political and, people just get nuts, even if it's funny. Somebody's going to get bothered. So wish me luck. Freak news in a few. All right, let's dig into some stupid news. It's freak news time morning. Here we go. All right. This is stupid news to me. Because anything dealing with frightening creatures, I think it's stupid that these things exist. Over in, of course, Australia, a bigger, more venomous species of the deadly funnel web spider has been found. They're calling them big boys. Oh, geez. A spider named Big Boy. They can get up to about 2 inches long. Totally new species. Dark, glossy, and large. Some of the most dangerously venomous spiders for humans. I guess the antivenom is effective against these things, but still, a regular old funnel web spider can kill an adult. So, the larger, more frightening ones, I'm sure there's some reason we need to keep them around. There's some kind of hideous insects in Australia that these big boys are taking care of, but I don't think I'll ever visit Australia. It just sounds terrifying. Speaking of terrifying, make sure to keep an eye on your children's daycare. 2 Georgia women who ran a daycare service recently arrested after it was discovered they were giving children large doses of Benadryl and melatonin before nap time. All right, I would imagine if you run a daycare center, it's got to be kind of exhausting. Kids, they're loud and they're, kind of gross sometimes. And when you just need a little bit of peace and quiet, it's like, please take a nap. Come on, take a nap. But I'm sorry, you can't just load them up on drugs, okay? Even you parents, you can't do it, all right? It's not right. Send them for a jog or something. I don't know. Read them a story. Sure. How about some blackout curtains? Make it dark in the room. Works for me. You know, at this point in life, if it's dark in my living room and I'm in that recliner, there's a good chance I'm headed toward nap time. So maybe try that route rather than Benadryl. All right? Well, we got another article popping up promoting my favorite museum. I've never been to this museum, but I would go if I visit the Grand Canyon again and I have to head through Williams, Arizona. We've talked about the Poozeum before. What else is there to see in Williams, right? Who cares about the Grand Canyon when you've got the Poozeum right across the street from the zip line? Zip line or the Poozeum? Which one are you going to go to? The Poozeum is free. I like their ads on the front of the museum to try to get people to come in. Number 1 for fossilized. Number 2. They got a dinosaur dropping dookie. And they've got the world's largest coprolite, which that's fossilized poop, in case you were wondering. The world's largest! All right, yesterday I was trying to think of vacation destinations. How about it? How about a trip to AZ? Forget Sedona and Phoenix. When you've got Williams and the Poozeum, it's free. There you go. Those kids that don't want to take a nap, maybe take them on a trip to the Poozeum. You know, wander around there for a while. I don't know. That might actually be pretty exciting to a child. Finally, avoid natural waters. I'm saying it again. There's this Italian model. He was enjoying the Indian Ocean on a holiday to the Seychelles. And all of a sudden he gets attacked by an octopus. Yeah, forget sharks. He got attacked by an octopus. It wrapped itself around him and dragged him underwater. And then he was all messed up after that. Wrapped 8 limbs around the guy. Yanked him underwater. He did manage to escape, but yeah, he's got marks all over his body from the suckers that those octopus have on their limbs. Ugh. Why do people go into natural waters? Somebody got mad at me for saying that online the other day. When we pointed out, somebody gets bit by a shark and they just get right back to it. There's just too many stories like this, all right? You wouldn't catch me stepping foot in even the most pristine East Idaho lake. I don't know what's in there. I mean, it's not going to be an octopus. Maybe it is, though. If they're finding new species of spiders in Australia, what's in these high-altitude lakes and things like that? We could have all kinds of weird beasts in there. I don't know. I don't trust areas that I can't see around me. I'm not going to go out in the dark in the woods either. There's giant cats out there. They rip people to pieces. Very rarely. But that would be my luck. Cat guy killed by giant cat. I could not win if it came to getting attacked in the woods. K-Bear DJ, mauled by bear. Over-the-top cat guy, killed by mountain lion. That would be my luck. Or what if you got killed by a deer? That'd be kind of embarrassing, wouldn't it? Because even though it's easily possible to get killed by a deer, I think people would laugh. Dude, you hear about Victor? He got killed by a deer. Like a deer, dude. What's up with that? What a weakling. Dude, they have gigantic antlers. Just stab right through you. Would you rather be killed by a deer or an octopus? They both don't sound very good. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, anyway, there's my nightmare fuel for the day. Maybe you're not afraid of octopus, but, they can shift their shape. They're very frightening and bizarre creatures. And they're really smart, too. Yeah, can be trusted. All right, there's your daily dose of freak news. Catch it weekday mornings, right around 7:50-ish, right here on the Victor Will Show. We'll be back. I really think I need a nap. I'm having some extra bad forgetfulness today. I had something else. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to talk about it. Let's roll. Then all of a sudden, I'm listening to the end of Vice Grip by Parkway Drive, and I was like, what was I going to talk about? What was I going to dig into? I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to offer up some good advice to people in East Idaho who plan on traveling in the next few months, especially after May 7th. All right? TSA has confirmed an official deadline for the Real ID requirement. So it's going to be mandatory if you want to go through the airport. You have to have, if you're an Idaho resident, a star card. If you're a resident of another state, I don't know, they may call it some kind of different thing. Generally, they do have the star on the corner of your ID in most states. But yeah, it's the Real ID compliant identification. So you got to get this. You know, if you've been putting it off forever, sorry. If you want to go through the airport as of May 7th, you are going to have to do so. Now, how long is it going to be before the conspiracy theories start popping up? I mean, it is just a slightly different ID that you had to give a little bit more identification to get, right? I mean, that's it. It's not like they're going to stick a microchip in you or something like that, correct? Anyhow, Peaches, do you have your Real ID compliant identification card?
I think I've had it since I moved here.
Okay, star card?
Yeah.
Pick one up when you got an Idaho ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there.
All right, you're good to go. Just wanted to let you know, May 7th.
My license expires on my birthday this year.
Oh,
so I need to get a new picture. I have hair in the photo. Throwback Thursday.
There you go. Now you get the new one with the shaved head and beard, huh?
Yeah.
Look a lot more tough.
What hair color do they put on the ID if you're bald? Do they put BLD?
No, they just put whatever your real hair color would be, I think.
Because for some reason the lady's like...
You just put it down, so you could put, I guess, whatever color you want.
No, the lady last time fought with me about it. She was like, it's brown. I'm like, no, it's blonde, you dummy. I've had blonde hair since I was, not a wee lad, but, a littler lad.
Well, I guess color could be a little bit subjective. You haven't seen Borat, but there's a great portion in that where he's arguing about the color of his suit. And this suit is gray.
There's also the whole dress photo online. It's black and blue. It's pink and gold. Team black and blue all the way.
I thought it looked, it's been a long time. I thought it was kind of a blue dress. This is apparently a hot topic. All right. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Karen.
Karen, what's up?
Oh, I was just calling to say something about, obviously, the star card. I've heard about it, but isn't that what a passport is?
Now, I think you can still use your passport.
You still can. Yeah, that's what I was told. It's either the passport or you have the star on your ID.
Yeah, I didn't scroll through the article far enough to see if they address passports. But I guess, if you don't have a passport and just have a regular driver's license or identity card, you'd have to upgrade it to the star card. Yeah, you can use a passport, it does say here. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure it's like ridiculously hard to get yourself a passport. You have to have like 6 forms of ID.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty crazy. And my passport, I'm so mad every time I look at it because you think a driver's license photo is bad. The photo on my passport, it looks like I've been like partying for about 5 months straight.
That's not the person's fault. That's just you.
No, it was their fault. They could have retaken the photo. The lighting was all crappy. It looks bad. I wouldn't be surprised if at any entry into a new country, they're like, stop, you're clearly a criminal.
Can't you upload your own photo to your passport? Or can't you tell them, here's my photo for the passport? I thought you could provide your own photo for the passport itself.
But I think it has to be taken by...
I never got one.
Yeah, it has to be taken by a specific...
Like a notary?
Well, not a notary, but like an authorized photo for
Like,
passports place.
Yeah.
All I
You have to look
remember,
at the
If you
DMV,
could just send your picture in, then you could send your picture of anybody.
yeah. No, I remember they had to do it, and they did it with a digital camera.
I was thinking about using that picture of AI Brad Pitt in the hospital as my photo.
But yeah, it's like, can I retake that? They're like, nope. I'm like, I look horrible in that picture. I look awful.
Then you need to go to a different DMV to get yours, because they've let me retake mine before.
Yeah, I think I did mine at the post office.
Hey, you should have yelled, "Don't you know who I am?"
Yeah, I think I did it at the post office, if I remember right. It's been a
I
long
didn't know you
time.
could do that at the post office.
Because I
You
think
can also do it at Walgreens, I think, or something like that. I keep seeing on the sign, "Get your passport photos here," or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Peaches. So wherever I went, it was the wrong place because it's the worst photo I've ever seen on any form of ID. And it's bigger than a driver's license.
You got to
picture.
upload it now. You got to put it on the K-Bear page.
It's bad. I think I might even have it in my truck. So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys. You guys rock.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Eastern Rock Station.
Really appreciate it. Thanks for bringing up the passport thing because I may not have thought to mention that. So,
Thank you.
yeah, have a good one. K-Bear, you were live on the show. Who's this?
I'm Dawson. I'm calling about the passport thing. I got my passport at Walgreens as well,
Perfect.
and they didn't let me retake my picture either. And I look like I'm kind of like the guy I've been partying for about my entire life.
Yeah, I got bags under my eyes and just look
Yeah.
miserable.
Is it the lighting? Is that how?
I think the lighting is part of
gets
the
you.
problem. It was so bad. Yeah, it looked like a mugshot, after you woke up after being arrested for I don't know what.
Like day drinking or something, because I just look like I have been up for hours, like for days, months even. It's bad.
Yeah.
And I asked them too. I was like, "Hey, can we redo this?" And they're like, "No, government stuff, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Come on, I'm trying. If I leave, I'm not going to be able to come back because you guys are going to think I'm just a hoodlum or something. Like,
I know.
do me a favor here."
When I was flying into Mexico, I'm like, they're going to pull me aside when they see this photo.
Yeah, at customs, they'd be like, "Hey, what are your intentions in my country?" Like, dude, I'm just here to hang out, I promise.
I just want to sit on the beach, man, and read a book. I
Yeah.
swear.
Right, yeah. Victor's going to cause the least amount of trouble anywhere.
I'm not headed to the red light district in Tijuana. I just want to relax.
I know.
Oh, that's right.
Well, appreciate the
Give
call,
us some
man.
slack. Yeah.
Hope you have a good day today.
Hey, you too. Bye.
Peace. I can't believe this is lighting up every phone line. I think people are hungry to call after our phone lines being down for a
Yeah,
long
I would
time.
be too. You should have taken listener complaints that one time.
Well, maybe we'll do it later on the show. We'll see.
Sweet.
I'm kind of tired, so I don't know if I feel like it, but we'll see. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Who's this?
Hey, it's Zach. How you doing?
Zach, good. What's up?
Hey, I got two things for you. So the post office actually offers to do passport photos for you. They turn out a bit better than Walgreens.
I swear that's where I had mine taken. So if Walgreens is worse, I can't imagine how bad my photo would have turned out.
Then with this star card, that's being imposed on all Americans that want to fly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could use your passport, but yeah, if you want to go through airport security as of May 7th, you got to have the real ID compliant identification.
I'm checking mine again because I know I have a
So
star on
to
it.
give you a little conspiracy theory there, and it's a little bit of a dark one, there was once a peoples that were imposed upon by identification with a star. And,
that does
it didn't
sound...
work out too well for those guys.
But, this isn't singling out any person. You do have a star card, Peaches. It's got the star at the
Look
top
at my
right.
picture. Look how awful that one is.
You look
Singling
pretty
out
different.
Americans, isn't it?
What's that?
It is singling out Americans, isn't it?
It is singling out Americans and for traveling within the country, but it's still...
For traveling and also
But you still...
say illegal immigrants that don't have the ability to do a star card. It's singling them out.
I guess, if you're a legal immigrant, you've entered the country, through the proper channels. I don't know how, identification cards work? I would assume there's got to be some type of card that they can issue so folks can travel. But
did Lieutenant Crane answer this question?
Lieutenant Crane might have some more information on it during traffic school tomorrow. But to me, it's just because to get it, you just have to give them more identification, I guess. We're already required to have a regular ID to travel. So,
right.
It's probably my conspiracy angle is, if I can think of a conspiracy for it, it's just the government trying to make extra money by forcing everybody to get a new ID, even if you just got one a while back.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, those lines at the DMV are going to be awful too, aren't they?
They always are.
No, but around here it's not that bad because where I'm from, it's the worst thing on the planet. But I'm thinking,
I gotta go, guys. I hope you have a good one.
Hey, you too, Zach. Appreciate you.
What were you saying, Peaches?
I was thinking April, May, we're going to get a lot of people, probably like me, who are going to go out there and, wait in line one morning for like 3 hours to finally get the, I already have the real ID, but mine expires in August and I need to get it done early.
But you should, since you already have it, just be able to, renew and get another new one.
Can I renew online?
I think with driver's licenses, you have to go in to the DMV.
I'm going to pull
because they have to.
Don't you know who I am? Type of thing.
Yeah, they have to take a new picture and things like that.
They do. Yeah. I look way different, as you can see.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Who's this?
Justin.
What's up, man?
So I've got a little bit of information on the real ID and the reason for the star card. It's because of the fact that some states, you don't need a whole lot of information to actually get a state identification card.
Yeah.
And so it's making it universal across the country. If you have some states, like the state of Wyoming, you have to bring all that stuff in to get an ID. It doesn't matter. But some other states, like the state of Washington, you don't need to provide all of that information to get just a state identification card. And so it's just providing universality.
That makes sense. Makes total sense to me, especially with, how concerned people are about, false identification and things like that. It makes total sense to me that they'd want to make that process more secure and guarantee that they're issuing IDs to people that are legit. So,
yeah. And so I worked at a bank for 3 years, and so identification is a very big thing at a bank.
Yeah.
As for people who are, immigrated here temporarily through a visa, they use their passport because their passport is a universal form of identification, and then they'll even the visa in the passport works as a form of identification as well.
Okay.
For a lot of places, because the visa is a U.S. government issued form of documentation for that individual.
Makes total sense, man. Appreciate that info there because, it's something I hadn't looked into. So,
yeah, of course.
Well, hey, appreciate you making this show smarter, man.
Hey, I've never been accused of that before, but I appreciate it.
It's not hard to make this show smarter.
We couldn't get any lower than this. So.
Well, appreciate it, man.
Stay warm out there, guys.
You too.
See ya.
I have a thing for you and Jay to both try for another break.
Okay. What is that? Is that beef jerky?
It's a meat stick.
Meat stick.
Look at that.
That is a giant Dr. Pepper snack stick.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that, inspired by the flavors of Dr. Pepper. And this thing's about 2 feet long.
99 cents at Grocery Outlet. I saw them right there by the register. I'm like, this is perfect for social media content, us to eat meat sticks.
Hey, and I'm always down to have some beef.
And I thought of Jay this time, too. I figured he would like this as well.
He probably would. You never know with him. He's kind of weird and picky with tastes, but
he's
it's
shaped
meat.
like it. See?
It does look like a jade meat stick. We're all dancing in here.
It's a dance party.
Partying with Electric Callboy. New music next Friday, I believe. New track, I think it was called Elevator Operator.
I love those guys.
It's going to be good. It's going to be great. We have a special guest in the studio, Katie Lee from Z103. What is happening, Katie?
Hi. I had to come and tell you guys about Z103's Idaho's #1 baby bump one more time.
All right. Go for it. I'm going to kick back. Take a break.
So if you know anybody or you are somebody that is currently rocking a baby bump, make sure you go and enter so you can win some awesome stuff. So all the things that you're going to need for your baby's nursery. You don't know. That stuff is really, really hard to find all the time. Get all at once, and then also it comes with a newborn photo shoot too. So, yeah.
Does Victor's baby bump count? Can he enter?
No, sorry, Victor.
I got a big baby.
He's been working on it for 40 years.
Food babies don't count. Sorry.
Well, I don't need any more, extra crap around my house either. My kids moved out.
Crap.
It's good stuff.
It's important stuff for the sweet little baby.
Now listen, there's diapers, right?
Lots of them. Lots of diapers, lots of wipes.
And what ends up in diapers? Crap! I was right. I mean, they don't come pre-filled.
You better just stop there.
All right. So
you're making the OM pucker over here.
All right. Katie, what kind of items you got in the old bullpen over there for the winter?
There's a crib, glider rocker, changing table, swing, high chair. There's a baby bath, lots of diapers, lots of wipes, bottles.
Everything but the baby.
Yeah.
I hope we're not giving away a baby.
Only if you push yours out by then.
You just got on my case. All right, everybody. It's super easy to enter. You just fire up any of the K-Bear apps. Alt 101, Cannonball 101, K-Bear 101, or any of the Z apps. Z103, Vibes 103, Throwback 103.
Or any of the Classy apps.
Yeah, name them all, Jade. Come on.
Classy Light, Classy 97, Sunny.
And then even the Hawk apps. You can enter through those.
Name those ones, Katie.
105 The Hawk, 105 Outlaw, and 105 Legends.
Yeah! And if you don't have all 12 apps, what's wrong with you? I've got all 12. Yeah. You can listen to any of our radio stations from anywhere on the planet. We got apps and we got prizes. So, yeah, if you're pregnant, if you know somebody who is, might as well try to save some of your money to spend on yourself instead of the baby. Win that stuff.
It's the last time you're going to spend money on yourself.
Exactly. Get ready for 18 years of no fun on your own. All
Plus
that money.
more. Oh, come on, college dad.
Hey.
It's not just 18 years.
Yeah. Thankfully, I got some of that figured out. It took many, many hours of paperwork and phone calls, but I'm doing good this month. I didn't have to make a college payment on my credit card this month. So, yes, save every penny you can when it comes to those babies. Enter to win with Z103's Idaho's #1 baby bump delivered by Mountain View Hospital's new NICU. All right, can the dude settle down a little bit? Made a couple people mad on the socials last night. I was scrolling socials, and apparently Mark Zuckerberg has become the 2025 face for modern masculinity. So cringy. If Mark Zuckerberg is the face of something, it's reached peak cringe. So I maybe talked about this a tiny bit, but until I saw Mark Zuckerberg talking about the struggles of the men, I don't know. I guess I didn't think too much about it because I figured, okay, what? We got Andrew Tate whining online. How anybody takes that guy seriously or looks up to him, I will never be able to fathom. So I posted on my Facebook page last night, whining about your masculinity being repressed has got to be the least manly thing I've ever seen. Because seriously, I see these comments from time to time about how men are being repressed, and I just think about it and go, how? How? Okay, like, my truck has not been repossessed, Didn't have some government entity rolling, sorry. Pickup trucks, especially lifted ones, no longer allowed. As far as I know, I can still go out and mow my lawn. If I want to go camping, I haven't been banned from doing so. I've got an axe in my garage. Nobody's come to take it away, so I can't go out and chop wood. What manly things are we no longer allowed to do? It's a real question. Because, I had one guy chime in, and I hid a bunch of posts because people were swearing. Management doesn't like us to have a bunch of profane language on our pages. So, even our personal ones. So, I hid a few comments just because people were using, pretty foul language. But there were a couple people that chimed in like, well, you know what's been going on. Don't pretend you don't know. And I'm like, well, nope, I really don't know. I can still like play my guitar, I could get up and play a live show, do some rock and roll. I'm just trying to think, what manly things are we not allowed to do anymore? I have no idea. Yeah, we can still grow a beard. Not all required to be, clean shaven. Anyway, I just think it is like super, super lame and cringy when I see guys like, oh, poor me. Because I really don't understand it. I legit do not understand it. And I haven't seen anyone give any good examples of manly things that we can no longer do. You can post pictures of yourself holding up a fish. You can go hunting. I don't know. Can still go on down to the gun store, pick yourself up a rifle, get out and do some shooting. Can go off-roading on a four-wheeler. Yeah, they haven't been banned. So don't let, a little bit of internet furor and hype and mayhem get you worked up. Because I think a lot of people, they just start feeding into these things and go, yeah, we are being repressed. All right, let's see who we got on the line here. Say, K-Bear, you're live on the show, and please tread lightly. Who's this?
This is Brian. So I hope you understand that I'm going to be facetious when I say this.
Yeah, I know how you work, Brian.
Oh.
So,
all right,
but also just tread lightly, please.
Yeah, that felt hurtful the way you said it. Anyway, so as men, we are no longer socially allowed to bully the mentally handicapped.
Okay.
How dare they?
But how is that? How is bullying people manly? To me, you're just we'll call it a jerk.
That used to be a thing that people did back in the day, and now it's not socially acceptable, and people are being held accountable for it. And so accountability is the dangerous part here.
Yeah, to me, if you're a bully, it's not manly.
No, I know.
You're just a D-bag. So
no, you're correct.
When I think of manly things, it's like I don't know, wearing a flannel. I've still seen them for sale at Walmart. So
yeah, there's a YouTuber. The channel's called Grand Thumb. People in public call him Flannel Daddy. Not gonna lie. It kind of rolls off the tongue. If I was going to make an Only Dads account, it would kind of sound like that.
Is Only Dads a thing?
It's about to be.
That sounds like a good moneymaker. So
hold on. For the premium membership, I'll call you once a month and just say, I'm proud of you.
Now, wait a minute. I don't know.
That might not be manly.
I was going to say, is letting your children know you love them, is that manly?
No, and that's so that humanity is going through this crystallizing event where people that went through a lot of trauma due to toxic masculinity, not because there's healthy masculinity and then there's toxic generally, but one of the healthier ones nowadays that men are going through is they are not only showing their feelings, but they're trying to be understanding and respectful. Now, mind you, there is times for that, and there is not times for that. So if one of my kids says out in public and they start throwing a fit about not being able to do something, if I just start screaming at them instead of trying to understand why they are upset, that's a little toxic. If I get down to their level and I say, hey, little man, what's going on? Why are you feeling like this? What do I need to do to help you out? To teach them to funnel/manage their feelings, that is, to me, that's positive masculinity, and that's empathy and understanding, and that's what some of these generations are upset with now. Yeah. On a side note, I am literally passing in front of the studio right now.
Oh, well, greetings. I'm waving.
Nice. But yeah, anyway, so I obviously said some of these things, or the intro thing facetiously, but people are afraid to be held accountable, and they want to be able to be toxic and aggressive without accountability. And we are past that stage in humanity's evolution or progression because we have accountability devices called cell phones with cameras in them nowadays. And if you're going to be a jerk, we're going to put you out there.
Think you put it pretty well, Brian. Appreciate the call, man.
Yeah. All right, so I'll be done saying dumb things. But yeah, you have a good day. Also, hail Hydra.
Hey, thanks, man. You have a good one. Peace.
Yep, bye.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I know plenty of people, like even myself, I didn't hear till kind of late in his life very often from my dad. You know, like, I love you. So I always make sure to tell my kids that, you know. I think, you know, kind of how I encourage people if you're dealing with some struggles, you know, to get in, talk to a doc, get some help. It's okay to talk to people. You may have seen me losing my mind over the weekend about my cat, you know. I don't think it's unmanly to have and express real feelings as a human being. So anyway, I just want to remind you, don't let the internet convince you that you're under attack when you aren't. Because every manly behavior and thing, because I don't think being a jerk is manly. Every manly activity, you can still get out and do it. Nothing has been taken away from us. All right? So, yeah, go ahead, post your pictures of yourself flexing online. I see those all the time. Muscular dudes showing it off. Yeah, you can still do it, okay? You can show your hunting pictures. You can drive a four-wheel pickup. You can wear a trucker cap, all right? It's all good. What up, Peaches?
I was about to ask when you want to try these.
I don't know. Sometime soonish,
cool.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't have much of an appetite yet for meat stick, but
we got to do it for content.
Well, yeah, a nice taste test. That video could go well. I bet it's just going to be delicious. I mean, it's Dr. Pepper flavored beef.
Well, Jade thought it would be gross.
He thought it would be gross. Yeah. Well, and we got to get him on the video too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, for sure. So, Peaches, how much do you think a porta potty's worth?
One of the generic plastic porta potties.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have an answer, but
$2K.
$2K? So might be worth stealing them and trying to resell them?
I mean, if you have an outhouse in your backyard, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. What about 13 of them?
You're having a party, obviously.
All right. Yeah, there were some thieves in the UK that they stole a bunch of stuff from a construction site, like chemicals, gas, piping.
Okay, that's when it's a little suspicious.
Now, that stuff you could probably make money off of, you know?
They might be doing some testing.
Toilet bombs? Is that what you're thinking?
Something like
Toilet bombs.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
It might be like those people that, you know, live in the building next to mine that, you know, had an explosion happen in the second story.
You know, one of the worst ways you could possibly go, I think, has got to be on the can. You know?
Poor Elvis.
Now, at least he was in his nice mansion. You know, Graceland.
But he's still, I mean, you look like an idiot just sitting on the toilet dead. Right? You're just sitting there.
But.
just slouched over.
You know, it's never pleasant when you have to use a porta potty. Nobody likes it, right? Unless you're the very first person to use it. Like during Riverfest, you know, they deliver that toilet next to the stage where we work.
Oh, please don't jinx us and have someone die at this year's Riverfest on the toilet.
No. I'm just saying it's, you know, when it's freshly delivered, you're like, all right, I can go ahead and use this and it's not going to be unpleasant. But then everybody at Riverfest, even if you have the toilet blocked off for stage use only, they just start sneaking in and starting to use it. It starts stinking. Imagine if it just blew up. You're finally like, oh, I have to use it. Oh, I don't want to. People have been using this for 12 hours out in the baking sun, and then it blows up.
Do you ever think, like, if you're like the kid of that dad who, you know, died by toilet bomb, that you would never want to use any one of those again? Or you would tip over an outhouse every time you see it?
You're just disgusted.
You give it like a missile drop kick, you know, just like, out of my sight.
I hate porta potties. I hate them.
I asked ChatGPT, what are the most embarrassing ways to die?
Okay.
Death by vending machine, getting crushed while angrily shaking a vending machine that ate your dollars.
And that has happened to people. Vending machines are pretty heavy duty.
Choking on a hot dog during a speed eating contest.
Has someone died from that?
I'm sure.
Probably.
It's a dangerous thing to do, to eat that many hot dogs all in one sitting.
Yeah. Speed eating in general is dangerous.
Slipping on a banana peel.
That would be the worst. You'd be on every radio station nationwide. Radio DJ slipped on a banana peel, cracked his head, he's dead.
Falling into a manhole while texting.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's like something you'd see in a cartoon.
Death by laughter.
Can you laugh yourself to death?
I laughing so hard at a dad joke you can't catch your breath is what ChatGPT says.
Whoa. All right, that'd have to be a pretty good joke. Haven't heard anything that made me laugh that hard.
Like the best comedian ever if you got someone to die by laughing at your show?
Whew. Yeah, I think you would.
Right?
I think you
don't laugh, you're going to die. Stop
I think you'd take the crown. Sorry, this comic is now banned from performing, but he will always be known as the world's greatest comic. All right, I'm not trying to prevent you from buying merch here, but I think I might owe an apology to the movie theater in Idaho Falls. What was it, 6 months ago? When did that Ghost concert film come out? I don't remember. It's been too long and my memory's garbage and I'm extra tired today. But after seeing the movie, which was great, highly enjoyed it, my only complaint was that I didn't think they had the volume turned up near loud enough in the movie theater. I was like, this is a, live concert film. Crank it up. We're here to rock and roll. Well, I was going to purchase over the holidays, one of the DVDs or Blu-rays of the Ghost concert film for my girls because they really like Ghost. But as I was reading through the reviews, countless complaints about the audio being very quiet on the DVD release. I think that's just how it was mixed. I don't think it was the movie theater's fault. I think they had it at a normal volume, and it just didn't have that oomph that you would come to expect from something of that nature. So, I still eventually want to get a copy because I can crank up my home system really loud and hopefully get it to a satisfactory level for viewing. But, if you don't have a crushing system or something, it may be a little bit weak from what I've been reading about it, which is so weird. As far as production goes, listen to Ghost's albums, things like that. They're very, very nicely mixed and certainly not lacking in the volume front. But yeah, it seems to be a common complaint with that particular release, so kind of a bummer. But it is really good if you can find it on sale. They even have it on Amazon now. Buy it when they got a deal going or something like that if you haven't seen it yet. It's very fun. Very fun. All right, Ice Nine Kills. I can't complain about not having new music from Ice Nine Kills. That song's fairly new, so I'll give them a pass for now. All right. Earlier we talked a little bit about the people who stole porta potties. I'm assuming they thought they could make some money off them somehow. If you want to make a lot of money, what do you need to do? Well, if you're in the market for a new job, there's a Reddit thread you're going to want to check out. For those earning over $10,000 per month, what do you do? Well, I've mentioned I need a side hustle. I need some more dough. These don't sound like they're going to be side hustles, but hey, maybe the new Victor Wilt career awaits, Would you miss me? Would you miss me? Okay. This guy says, I manage developers and engineers to make meetings where we talk about the same thing and don't make any progress for years at a time. Okay. Crane operator in the oil field. Work 13 hours a day for 20 days, then I'm off 10. Whew. Sounds kind of rough. Can you crank up K-Bear inside of the crane? Is there heat and AC inside of the crane? Because, I played GTA 5. many times. Most people hate those missions where you got to move the big train cars and such with the crane. I think I'm down. But man, can you imagine you make a mistake? It's probably why you make pretty good dough. Arborist? Really? Well, you are probably climbing trees. Dangerous. You're climbing trees with a chainsaw. All right. I think that one's out. I'm way too clumsy. Air traffic controller. I've seen Breaking Bad. Stressful. Stressful job, and if you screw up, bad things happen. Nope. Don't need that kind of responsibility. Operator at a nuclear power plant. Yeah, nope. Again, too much responsibility. Okay, an exterior cleaning company. They do window cleaning, gutter cleaning, and pressure washing. They made $20,000 just last month. All right, depending on the time of year, might be able to handle that. I mean, you are going to have to get up on a ladder. And you know how many people die falling off of ladders? Oh, man, dying cleaning windows. I mean, dying in a porta potty's worse, but doesn't sound that great. Oh, put people to sleep for surgery. Too scary. Again, got to be, on point with that. Because you got to make sure you give people enough anesthesia, but you got to make sure you don't give them too much, right? Because if you give them too much, dead. Don't give them enough, then they're sitting there and they're awake for the surgery, but they can't say anything. Like the world's worst horror movie. You're just kind of trapped. And they're just, cutting into you, laughing. I would assume they're laughing and cracking jokes, right? I've never been in a surgery room where I was awake while something was happening, but I assume they're probably making fun of you. Look at this guy. Let's see, emergency medicine. Yeah, anything to deal with being a doctor. It's just too much responsibility. Where's the easy way to make $10,000 a month? So far, I ain't seeing anything. Dog groomer? That sounds like it could be tough. Tougher than you'd think. I mean, I got cats, right? You know this. I probably didn't need to point that out. But one of my cats who is no longer with us, Mia, as she got really old, she was unable to really clean herself, so her fur would get all matted up. I'd try to keep her brushed, but it would just happen. So, have you ever tried to shave a cat? I think that's why the vet puts them to sleep or gives them anesthesia prior to surgery. Because you try to shave a cat, they don't like it. All right? I think it goes against their instinct to willingly accept just being shaved. Maybe if you do it enough times. Dog groomer? $10,000 a month? I mean, people will pay whatever to take care of their little pets. So far, I think that's the best of the bunch is dog groomer. You just give them a haircut. Give them a bath. All right. Let's see here. This guy says he takes people on dates to provide companionship. You just go hang out with people? And that's it? Like, okay, we're going to go out to dinner. And then you go home. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. No expectations. Just we're going to hang out. Here to keep you company. I'm pretty good at yapping for the most part. 10 G's? I might have to exit the radio business and get into the hanging out with people business. That's pretty good. How do you even get into that business? Well, anyway, private chef, no. Draw maps for D&D and sell them through Patreon. Well, you got to have drawing skills. Pilot, no. Way too much stress. Lie on Reddit. There you go. That's how you make $10,000 a month. Yeah, you just lie on Reddit and claim to. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.